Well, hello, YouTubers. This is my Western dental horror story. I think it's just ironic that, I was so frustrated today putting this chronology together after about 6 weeks now of having a cracked tooth that I called an attorney that deals with dental issues, and the attorney actually had the integrity to call me back, which was absolutely healing after you hear my story, how nice it is for somebody to actually do that and talk to a real professional. And he goes, "You mean Western Dent Hell?" I go, "Yeah, Dent Hell, not dental." So that was kind of a little added, dimension to this story. But man, if you ever felt against the wall, if you ever felt you've had the runaround, if you've ever felt that you wanted to go postal, I get it. I get it. I get it. So I cracked a tooth eating some cereal on Thursday, October 18th of this year, 2018. I immediately found my cracked tooth on the floor and was shocked. Okay. So I decided I got to deal with this. I've got Medi-Cal. I'm currently out of work. One of those situations. A lot of other stuff going on, like most people. So I make an appointment, and the nearest appointment I can get, the soonest, is on Monday, October 22nd, at the closest Western Dental. And I'm not going to name the location at this stage or all the details of names, although I'm tempted to. But the office said that they can see me. So Monday rolls around, and I have got a razor sharp tooth. My tongue is absolutely sore. I'm on a soft diet now, and I have been for almost 6 weeks as part of the situation dealing with this. So I get there like an hour early. My appointment is at 9 a.m. I see people come into the office at 8:59 a.m. My first impression is like, you got to be kidding me, man. You got a 9 o'clock appointment and you're not even in. It's going to take you 10, 15 minutes just to set your office up on a Monday after a weekend. So I sit in the office for over a half hour, almost really 40, 45 minutes. No greeting, just sitting there. I'm seeing other people come and go before me, holding my patients, got the cracked tooth, just dealing with it. I come up to the front desk, I tell her my situation, and I say I have an appointment. First thing she says, "I'm sorry, sir, our x-ray machine is down." I pause. I'm waiting for her to say, "Oh, in what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to call other Western dentals around here. I'll try to find the nearest one for you so that we can get you scheduled, and I'll make a phone call so that you don't have to wait." She did none of that. I said, "Can you call other places?" And I just went outside and did it myself, found a place nearby about 40 minutes away, which was the nearest one to where I was staying at, and decided that I'm going to just reschedule there. I walk back into the office. She says, "Oh, guess what? Our x-ray machine works." Okay. So that's how my time started at this Western Dental location. I go take the x-ray. I see the dentist. The office is now starting to buzz. If you've ever been at Western Dental, I'm going to put aside the fact that, there's a language issue with, in particular, this dentist. They look at my x-ray. "Hey, you need a root canal." I say, "Well, listen, man, this tooth is killing me. Can we do something right now?" And so he has me see, I guess, an assistant. I don't know the title. And she starts putting this hardening solution in. Now, I was using this Dentec solution that's for fillings, not really cracked tooths temporarily, and it kept falling out. So they put something in. Then I'm told that, "Hey, by the way, we're going to submit your paperwork to Medi-Cal. It'll take 4 to 6 weeks usually." Wow, 4 to 6 weeks, that's a long time. Hey, at least you're giving me this temporary filling, right? Yeah, wait an hour before you eat. 5 hours later, I wait 5 hours. 3 bites into a salad, boom, the filling pops out. I call them up and say, "Listen, hey, I was told that this would harden. I waited the duration of time you told me to, even more so, 5 hours. I make another appointment, go down there, see him tomorrow. Same procedure, put the same stuff in. the person working with me now I'm trying to corner the dentist I had the other day to tell him, hey, what's going on? Can barely have a conversation with that actual dentist. They're bouncing all over the place. And so I have this technician put in another one of these temporary fillings. I tell her what happened. I say, is this better than the Dentec stuff that you can buy at the dollar store, which I did? Well, I don't know about that, sir. So they put it in, and she doesn't smooth it out. She made it seem like she was doing like serious surgery. I said, is this really that complicated? I go, this is like really rough. I had to wait 4 to 6 weeks for my insurance to kick in. My tongue already is really sore. Well, sir, and I get that run around. Automatically, I'm like, this place is just not grooving, man. There's not competence here. I'm not sensing that professionalism. Now, I had a root canal done a year and a half ago. Same situation, cracked tooth, completely different environment, completely different atmosphere. And that's another story. So here we are. I go home, and lo and behold, probably a day and a half later, gingerly eating on it, eating soft foods, nothing that has any sort of texture, and the thing pops out again. So I go back to the Dentec stuff, and it doesn't last. So now I've had a cracked tooth since October 18th of this year, and it is now currently today as I speak, it is November 20th. So it's been over a month. Okay, so I make an appointment, and I finally get approval for Medi-Cal a couple of weeks later. I've got to call Medi-Cal consistently to try to get this done because there's no communication, evidently, between Medi-Cal and the dental office. So they give me approval. I immediately say, finally, I'm going to get my root canal. I call and try to call that dentist office. Can't get through. No answer. So I let it go for that day. I was busy. I called the next day thinking, oh, I'll get an appointment. Hey, hope is on the way. It's right around the corner. Can't get through. I call the 1-800 Western Dental number. They tell me that they're trying to call. They can't get a hold of them. And finally, they do. They transfer me over. I make an appointment, and I find out that I'm actually not talking to the dental office. I'm still talking to Western Dental Call Center. Western Dental Call Center cannot get a hold of that office as well. In fact, she told me that they're closed. I said they can't be closed. The only day they're closed is on Sunday. And so she says, I can schedule an appointment. She schedules me an appointment for a root canal. I won't name the doctor, with a Dr. B, and I'll just leave it at that. I'm like, okay, great. And so I have my appointment. It's on Wednesday. I'm looking forward to getting this done. Okay, so it's been about almost 3 weeks now that I've had this cracked tooth at this stage. I call Monday. I believe it was, I can't remember the exact date, but I called Monday to confirm this because I did not get the text or email confirmation that Western Dental said they would give me, as I gave them my email address and my phone number. So when I give them I call them up, I get through to the office, and the receptionist, one of those three receptionists, females that were, I would say, under 25, working that front office in the first visit. I recognized her voice. She says, well, we don't have a appointment scheduled for you. I said, what do you mean? I got it done through the call center because I could not get a hold of you. Well, I mentioned the doctor's name. Well, that doctor doesn't do root canals. You need a specialist. I said, well, okay. I assume it's Western Dental I called. They had my records. They made the appointment. All of a sudden, I'm feeling like, like a pigeonholed here. Where the head and the body are disconnected. This is Western Dental. You guys are supposed to know this stuff. I assume that she looked up my records when she made that appointment. Okay, let's give me another appointment. Let's just keep moving forward. She says, how about this Friday? I said, okay, that'll work for me. And then she goes, well, wait a second. Let me talk to the doctor. Oh, she comes back. Oh no, after looking at your x-ray, no, you need a specialist. So we're going to have to schedule somebody. We don't have anybody in this office that does root canals. We'll have to schedule you, November 21st, 2018. November 21st, 2018. I said, that's like 3 weeks away. There's no way I can get anything earlier. Well, I had found out that I cannot get another appointment at another Western Dental through Medi-Cal, because if I get another appointment and I go to any other dentist that uses Medi-Cal, I have to start the 4 to 6 week approval process all over again. And I said, no, I'm not waiting another 4 to 6 weeks. Let's just move forward. Give me the one on the 21st, and hopefully I'll have no pain. And that nerve pain, and I experienced that a year and a half ago, is the most intense, horrific, torturous type of pain experience when that nerve starts kicking through. And I said, if that comes up, I'm going to have to get some sort of an emergency or something. Okay, yeah, but do you have nerve pain now? I said, no, I don't. Let's do the 21st. Okay, so they schedule me for the 21st. I call November 19th. That was this past Monday. Okay, today's the 20th. It's Tuesday. So I call yesterday, and I call that office, say, I just want to confirm my appointment. Oh, we don't have you scheduled for an appointment. What are you talking about? Now at this stage, I was really upset. I said, I need to talk to your manager because I've been waiting 3 weeks for this appointment. There was already a problem the first time with doctor, and I mentioned the name. And the office manager gets on. She goes, okay, let me go talk to the dentist. I'm sorry, the dentist, the doctor. Looks at my x-ray and says, well, you need a specialist, an oral surgeon. We don't do that. I said, yeah, I went through that 3 weeks ago. That's why the doctor B with the call center, she goes, well, the call center, they scheduled your appointment. So right here, if I just stopped at the call center, I could have made an argument that the call center is incompetent. They don't know what they're doing because they're scheduling me with dentists that don't do root canals. This is Western Dental. I'm a patient. What am I supposed to do? But I went further and said, no, that's incorrect. I spoke to somebody in your office, not the call center. Okay? I got how this works now. And you scheduled me an appointment on November 21st. In fact, it was actually the Friday after the call center scheduled me one, and then she spoke and said, no, we can't do that. You need a specialist. That was the term she used. So we got to schedule for the 21st. So now on the 21st, you're telling me that you don't have somebody done. I go, this is a royal screw up. You guys are screwing me over for the second time. At this stage, she says, sir, you're harassing me, so forth. And she used a phrase I will never forget. She said, you are making me feel bad about myself. I said, I'm making you feel bad about yourself. I'm going on over a month now with a cracked tooth, 2 canceled root canals, and you're concerned about how you are feeling? I said, I would probably say you need to have some sympathy for your patients. And then she said, well, the call center, I said, don't go back and forth with me on the call center thing. I'm not playing that game. You, in your office, schedule this appointment. And she said, sir, you're harassing me, and she hung up on me. I was livid, as you can imagine. I took a walk. And then I come back, I'm going to call the call center. I call the call center, and if you think that this is bad up to this point, we haven't even got started. The Western Dental Call Center, this is how the game works. You call the call center, I have to tell my story all over again. I cracked my tooth on October, boom, boom, boom. I waited, I went to the office, took an x-ray, I tell the whole story over again. And she says, well, sir, I'm going to have to transfer you to our complaints department. Wow. Hey, do you think you can fill them in on my story? Hello, can I help you? Yeah, did she tell you anything that just happened? No. Oh, really? I tell the story all over again. Oh, well, I have to talk to a supervisor. You got to be kidding me. Supervisor comes on the line. I do the whole story over again. Now, I will say I should have taken his name down. He was really cool. He was a good guy. Over an hour on the phone with him. He calls that office manager. That office manager says, we no longer will take him out as a patient. He's a threat to us. I made her feel bad about herself. And now I'm a threat to her. He was cursing at us. He was threatening us. I mean, come on. You want to obfuscate responsibility that way? That is the game that office is playing. Yes, I was upset. Yes, I was intense, but I had a right to be. You know what? Basically, we got children at the helm here at that office. And I told her, I said, I don't think you're competent to be a manager of an office because you're not resolving this conflict in any way. And you're stuck against the wall. You guys screwed up, okay, for the second time. And I told him that, and he came back on the line. He goes, yeah, I had the same problem with her. I need to talk to my supervisor, and I'm gonna mark this as urgent. I went over my story again with him to make sure he had all the details. And he was going to make that email. Then we got cut off. Now, I gave him my number at least 3 to 5 times. I know I gave it to him 3 times. He never called me back. Today, November 20th, 2018, I call up Western Dental again saying, hey, I need to talk to a supervisor in the complaints department about this situation. Well, what situation? You have no records of my situation? I talked to a supervisor yesterday. Well, what was his name? Well, I don't remember his name. I should have written it down, but I don't think that's really that important, is it? I mean, you should have some records of my complaint. He took notes. He said he was going to call a I spoke to 3 different people before I got a hold of a supervisor. And what did that supervisor do? Let me call somebody. And what did he do? He calls the Western Dental office. And then the office manager says, hello. I don't want to talk to her. They keep transferring me back to the Western Dental office. I hang up the phone. I call back again. Yes, I talked to 3 different people. I'm tempted to use names at this stage. I go through the story for each person. By the second person, I said, is anybody taking notes here? Do you have a file? And when I talked to the gentleman yesterday, I wrote down a 5-digit number that he gave me. And I said, and I give him the number with deer in the headlights, water off a duck's back, no recognition of anything. I finally talked to a supervisor in the complaints department. He once again says, let me call somebody. Transfers me right back to the office manager. I talked to the office manager. She says, why are you harassing me? Why are you calling me again? I'm going to call the police. I said, I'm not transferring these calls over to you. Western Dental Call Center is. And by the way, nothing was resolved. We went back through it again. She got all upset, hung up the phone. I called back Western Dental again. Yes, 3 more people went through the story 3 times again. I talked to another gentleman, supervisor. His name starts with a J. I'm tempted to say his name. He says, I got to call the office manager. I go, no, we did that yesterday. He says that he can't help me because the office manager procedure is that they need to know who I spoke with yesterday for an hour. I said, he's in the complaints department. Well, we have a lot of divisions in Western Dental and so forth. I go, you have no record when I give you my name, my birth date, my phone number, that any notes were taken in my case at all? I give him that 5-digit number again, and he sends me back to the office manager once again. And it gets kicked back, and he goes, sir, have a nice day. Click. That's when I called an attorney who called me back to start the story. And so here I am now at a month with a cracked tooth in my number 19 tooth. I can no longer get a root canal at that Western Dental office because evidently they banned me. I've got to start the process all over again with another dentist, wait 4 to 6 weeks with Medi-Cal. I haven't eaten solid foods literally in over a month. And here's the clicker. I made that office manager feel bad about herself. What's your story?